What happened and why did I have to go to the ER? I woke up on January 26, 2022 with the left side of my rib cage hurting, and it wasn't too concerning. I just simply thought maybe I slept wrong, or maybe, I don't know, I didn't really pay any attention to it. As the day had went on, I had noticed that the pain was slightly increasing every time I would inhale, breathing in. So now when I'm breathing in, now you caught my attention. Why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling, right? So, anyways, fast forward to the next day, which is January 27, 2022. The pain has significantly increased by a lot, where I couldn't get any sleep at all. I literally did not sleep. And now the pain is so intense where now it has my full attention, where I am starting to wonder, why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? Okay. Why did I end up choosing to go to the hospital? Anyways, my mother has been feeling under the weather lately. Now she is thankfully doing a lot better, like a lot better, where she's probably already at the ending stages of the virus. Well, anyways, she had got her test results that it was positive. So by me hearing that she is positive, we live together, I'm here assuming that I too must be positive if she's positive and we're around each other all the time, right? So now I'm here thinking, by me feeling the way that I'm feeling, I am here thinking, okay, the pain is getting worse. I am here thinking that the virus has attacked my lung and is slowly working its way up to my heart, and then eventually it's going to work its way up to my brain. Okay, that's how the virus works. Anyways, so by me hearing that she's positive, I am here thinking, okay, my breathing has gotten worse. It's attacking my lungs and it's slowly working its way up to the heart, because the pain was even to slowly climbing up to the heart area. I called up one of my aunts who is in the medical field. We kind of told her the situation was going on, and she highly recommended that I would go to the hospital just to be safe than sorry. Ended up going to the hospital, getting picked up in the ambulance because the pain was that intense. And by me not being able to breathe in as much as I would like, it was concerning. So the ambulance came and picked me up. Went into the hospital, and they ran a whole bunch of tests. They did a chest X-ray. They ran a whole bunch of tests, lab works. They even did a heart test because, of course, where the pain was at, it's near my heart. They have to waive out all possibilities, right? Everything checked out really good. I did a COVID test too. Everything checked out really good. I was COVID negative, which was a very huge blessing. Everything checked out, COVID negative. Lab work looked really good. The heart test looked really good. Everything checked out really good, which was a really huge blessing. So that's why I had to go to the hospital. And fortunately, everything worked out. Negatives was, I am still, yes, feeling the pain now. However, it is not as bad. It is slowly subsiding. So by me hearing the good news that I don't have the virus, which is a really good thing, especially with my respiratory state and with my SMA situation. So that was really good. Everything checked out. So by me hearing all these positives, now I have to think and brainstorm what exactly is the root cause of it, right? Because I'm not feeling like this for no reason. Like, there's a reason to everything, right? So I had to narrow it down, and I had to really brainstorm and analyze, in a sense, why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? So I came down and I started thinking, when I started comparing yesterday to today, what's changed? That was my first initial examination. Examination is not the right word here, but I was comparing yesterday to today. What's changed, right? What's different? So I started to begin there, and I really didn't notice anything. However, I started to look broader, and I started thinking, what's changed from a week to now? Well, the other day, before I started feeling like this, the other day, I have been feeling a little fatigued with my SMA a little bit lately, and it is somewhat getting better. If any of you were wondering. Well, anyways, so I was feeling fatigued with my SMA a little bit lately. So by me feeling like that, when I got up to brush my teeth, I had drove myself in my wheelchair a little bit closer to the sink than usual. And when I had done that, my chair had underestimated how fast my chair would go when I went to go forward. So I went a little bit faster than I anticipated, and I hit the sink. Not like a lot, like I don't be dramatic here, but I definitely got a lot closer and hit it not so light, if that makes sense. Okay. Well, anyway, so I started thinking about it. So that was a possibility, and the reason why I got closer to the sink is so I can rest my arm and my elbow on the sink, so I can brush my teeth. Right. So that's the whole purpose of why I did that, to basically give me support. So that was a possibility. So it was another possibility, and I consider that a possibility. It's kind of like a bruise. You can injure yourself one day, a few days later, that's when you'll start to see the bruise. So I think that's what's kind of happening. That's what kind of happened, is I injured myself then, and I am barely starting to feel the pain now, in a sense. Okay, so that was one possibility I had to consider. Another possibility I had to consider, and I had to even again think broader. What else changed? Well, roughly around a little over a month ago, I did some wheelchair adjustments, and by me doing that, I had moved my sidewall in closer because I've been leaning a lot more with my severe sclerosis. So then I did a little bit of adjustment so I can sit up better and yeah, be more comfortable. So I did that. So I had to consider that. I think maybe I was putting too much pressure on my rib cage, and over, of course, a long period of time, I am barely starting to. I don't want to say I guess because of me doing the adjustments like that, I'm barely starting to feel the pain now, in a sense, because I'm putting too much pressure over a long period of time. So that was another assumption I had, and another consideration that I had to think about. Okay, so those are the two big things, and even two, potentially, it could have been for both reasons. So I think that's why my rib cage is hurting, why I am feeling the way that I'm feeling. And this may sound crazy, but fortunately for me, I have already somewhat fractured or injured my rib cage before by playing wheelchair soccer. So by me having that experience and by me feeling the pain, it's not as intense as when I had injured my rib cage before playing spiral soccer. But by me having that experience and the wisdom, so to speak, in a sense, by me just having that experience, I kind of have an adjust of what to expect on the healing process. It's not as bad, so I'm not expecting it to be as long as the other one. So I'm expecting I'll probably be like this for about maybe 2 weeks, no more than a month, I would assume. But on the bright side, everything checked out. Everything's all positives, all good things. I'm getting my wheelchair readjusted soon, which is another blessing. And yeah, so huge shout out. I want to do a huge shout out to all of the first responders who showed up, the ambulance and the firefighters who showed up to the 911 call. And you guys were all amazing. Their names are Brian and Tariq. My ambulance transporters for the first one. The second one was, excuse me, give me a second. Vincent and, what was the second one? It's like right there. It was Vincent and I'm sorry, brother, if I can't remember your name, but everybody have been really amazing, yeah. So I know they're working tirelessly behind the scenes during this pandemic. So, anyways, that's what happened, and that's why I ended up going. And usually, me being myself, I can be quite stubborn sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, and so I had to really think about my last experience when I was stubborn. And I'll give you a quick example real quick before I end the video. Is last time I started to feel sick, and I waited to the last minute, and which was in August 2021, and I was getting sick. I thought I was getting better, and I actually wasn't. And a few days later, ended up collapsing. So that's what I mean by being stubborn, and I waited till the last minute. So when I talked to my tia, she said, be safe than sorry. Of course, my mom told me the same thing. I think you should go in. And so I really had to think about everything and be like, yeah, I don't think you should wait till the last minute. Because let's just say if I didn't know that I was COVID negative or whatever, right? Or let's just say the worst case scenario happened and I did happen to get worse and I waited till the last minute. Now what happened? Now it's a lot harder to fix the problem, right? Because I didn't fix it in the very beginning. So yeah, it's something I had to think about. And that's the reason why I really, really made the final decision to, yeah, I think I should go in. It was the right call, and it did ease my mind a lot. I'm gonna end it with a quote. I love quotes because during that time, when in the beginning, before I knew I was COVID negative, or before I knew any of the results, something I just kept reminding myself is, God doesn't take you through hard times. No, excuse me, I messed up. God doesn't take you through hard times. He guides you through it. So by me going through that experience, was I a little worried? Absolutely. Who wouldn't? However, me repeating that to myself, what I just told you, God doesn't take you to hard times. He guides you through it. I kept repeating that. I'm saying that quote several times within myself to kind of help ease my mind. He's with you. He's got you. You're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Stop thinking so much about the worst case scenarios and know that he is going to help you through this. Everything's going to be okay. And what happened? He did guide me through it. I kept my peace, patience. I had to be very patient in this situation. And what happened? He guided me through it, right? Everything checked out. So I'm going to end it here. And I just wanted to update everyone because I know everyone's been asking, and I appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, so I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Take care of yourself. Much love.